Hello, Council Bluffs Area Chamber of Commerce members. This is Drew Kamp, President and CEO of the Council Bluffs Area Chamber of Commerce, here for our April 1st weekly legislative video update for the state legislature. They continue to inch closer to adjournment. They're looking at probably adjourning the week before Easter, which would be 2 weeks from this week. And it's looking like they may very well be able to do that. Obviously, things can be a moving target at the Capitol as they look to adjourn things, but the goal we continue to hear is Holy Thursday kind of being the last day of session to get things done before the Easter holiday and the holiday weekend, and then also be able to get them kind of a leg up on the campaign trail as they head out to their new districts and do some campaigning for the 2022 primary and general election here in June and November, respectively. As we look at some of our key policy issues that we're still tracking, one of the biggest ones that we've talked about over and over throughout the session is port authorities. That continues to sit in House Ways and Means. The chairman is still working through some things that he wants to get answered with regards to some concerns brought up by the Iowa Farm Bureau and some of the rural interests within the state of Iowa as they see some of the provisions within the bill. We continue to work with especially Brent Segrist on House Ways and Means to really make sure that we can have the conversations that are needing to be had with the chairman to try to move that bill forward here by the end of session. With regards to another bill that our own Senator Dawson drafted and got passed in the Senate a couple of weeks ago regarding aircraft sales exemptions, it had a lot of support in the Senate. I believe it was a 48-2 vote. It's now over in the House. It did pass House Ways and Means, and it's ready for debate on Monday. It's on that House debate calendar for Monday. That's an important piece of legislation because it'll put us on a level playing field with that sales tax exemption for aircraft maintenance and repairs and such with our neighboring states. All of our neighboring states, including Nebraska, have that provision, and that'll make us even more competitive. We already have some advantages when it comes to property tax and some other things for aircraft. So allowing us to get a leg up and get it on even more level, if not better playing field than our partnering and neighboring states is obviously a positive thing. So we hope the House will get that moved here on Monday with it being on their debate calendar. The other big thing that continues to be worked on, obviously the last thing that has to really get done a lot of the time to adjourn and conclude the session is the appropriations bills. So they continue to work through those. The House and the Senate each kind of have their respective bills that they're working through to pass first and send over to the other chamber. But that's something we're seeing a lot of work done on. We saw the House do some stuff on education, for example, this week, and that's one of the biggest budgets along with the HHS. So that's something that's really important to see movement on those things. So we're continuing to watch how those progress and any pieces that might get added to or amended within those that we need to make sure we flag prior to the end of session. I already kind of touched on what it looks like as far as adjournment with the hopes of adjourning by Holy Thursday at the latest. And we're thinking that could very well be a possibility with how things are moving forward. And we'll continue to monitor that and keep everyone apprised as we continue to watch that targeted date, but then also look at making sure that we're getting our priority bills like port authorities and aircraft sales tax exemption over the finish line, as well as keeping any potential bills that we might not want to see move forward from getting across the finish line. The last thing that I wanted to touch on is just the Iowa caucuses. Some of you may be aware and some of you might not be aware. It's been in the press here the last week or two. The Republicans have already said that they very much intend to keep Iowa as the first in the nation for their respective candidates. But the Democrats have not provided that level of certainty, and they actually have a process they're going through that could be seen as being negative for the state of Iowa to potentially lose their first in the nation status with the Democratic National Committee. So that's something that we're watching very closely. Our partners at the Iowa Chamber Alliance are actually taking a proactive approach to try to see what can we do to try to advocate with this group of individuals who are helping make this decision as to what this needs to look like. And that's something we're taking very seriously because that's a huge economic impact to the state. It's just a nice prestigious thing also as well for the state of Iowa to be that first in the nation. And it's something that we've all grown accustomed to, frankly. And it's something that we're not too adept or we're not too interested in losing. So we're going to continue to make sure we're doing all we can to try to make sure that that does not occur. That concludes my legislative update for April 1st. We do hope that none of you got pranked too badly for April Fools on this day, but we also do hope that you've all had a nice week and that you're all able to find some value and appreciate the work that we're doing here at the Council Bluffs Area Chamber of Commerce in regards to our public policy and advocacy efforts. We'll continue to do that going forward. It's one of the key things that we can do for our members, and we do not intend on slowing down or letting up in that front. With that, I will conclude and just say I hope you have a very nice rest of the day, and thank you for your ongoing support of the Council Bluffs Area Chamber of Commerce.